fuck are you doing?
Bro, can you not? Can you just not focus on driving?
Why are you doing this right now?
I haven't seen my girl in a while, okay? And, I'm pretty pent up, okay?
Wait until you get home.
No, just chill, okay? Just let me be.
Wait until you're home.
Watch out! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I am your host, King Crescent. And today here, joined with me is the cautious and critical Cameron Cross. Say hello, buddy.
Hello.
Yeah, yes. And for those who are not familiar with our show, or at least who's getting into our show, since this is the pilot, we are getting into car crashes, and for a good reason too. It is for our crash gags. So, every time we start the episode, we are going to get into a car crash. From then on, we try to figure out how we get out of that car crash at the end of the episode. But at the starting of it, we get into the car crash.
You should already know this if you watched our mini pilot.
Indeed.
Right.
Right.
I think they got the gist.
Right.
Down boy. If you didn't watch the mini pilot, pause this video, go watch that, and then come right back to this one and finish this video. Deal?
That's fair. And plus, it's short. All we ask is if you just watch it.
It explains the lore.
Like the very simplistic lore.
We're not Dark Souls level yet. Yet. But anyways, we had something in mind for this podcast episode, now didn't we?
Yes, we did. And for those who actually did watch our mini pilot episodes, you will be surely rewarded. For we are going to start the Stupid Things Being Stupid episode.
Yes. And we'll be honest, this may be an ongoing series.
Yes, indeed.
Because, oh boy, did we have so much to put down, didn't we?
Like, there is a shit ton of things to list down. So we actually put it into 3 categories.
Stupid things being stupid as in dumb.
Stupid things being stupid as in anger-inducing.
And stupid things as in funny.
Indeed.
Sometimes we just need a little bit of stupid stuff to make us laugh.
Indeed.
Like Deadpool.
Deadpool indeed. And you know what? That's funny because I actually watched Deadpool.
Finally.
I know, it's about time.
I watched it 2 times before you saw it the first time.
But yeah, no, like that movie was, although like it had a lot of like pretty serious tones, it was very stupid in the most hilarious way possible.
Yes, it was.
Especially the intro scene where they were singing Bye Bye Bye, and he is just killing.
Do you actually know that was a reference?
That was an actual legit reference?
Yeah, X2.
Ooh.
Remember when they hijack Scott's car? You remember like when Wolverine does the single claw to turn the ignition? And like Pyro's like, I can't stand this awkward silence, and he turns it on. It's like, ba ba ba. Yeah, it's a reference to that.
Don't copyright us. We only used our voices, not the actual clip.
It wasn't even 7 seconds.
True, but let's. I think it's about time we get into it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So, we have our guide here on Google Docs written down for us. So let's start off with stupid things being rage-inducing.
I'll start this one off.
All right then. Go for it.
So you're aware of my friend who I also hang out with.
Yes.
I'm not going to use his real name because I don't know if he wants it out there.
Indeed. But
there's a little like shopping center at Airport Boulevard where there's like a lot of Asian restaurants and like Asian themed stores. And one of those stores is called Kinokuniya. It's a Japanese chain of bookstores, and there's a few here in America. And the weebs like us are fortunate enough to have one in our neck of the woods.
It's a weeb.
Even though it's not even the woods, it's a fucking city. But one day when we hung out, we were in one of the book sections, and this place has an 18+ book section. Not your Playboys. Dead on hentai. And when we were just chilling making jokes, I had my back turned, and my friend saw a toddler coming into the section and pulling out the books to look at him, and his dad was doing nothing.
What?
Yeah. And he's just like, I see my friend giving him like Like, the stare.
Like, are you fucking kidding me, stare? Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, or like the, bro, what the hell are you doing? And so, and like he told me afterwards what was going down, and it's like, oh yeah. And what doesn't help is like, on the other side of us, like, there was like, where I was leaning, it's like books where it's like, it's just the spines, hard to see.
Yeah.
On the other side of me here is books that show off men's asses. Oh yeah, gender equality. Women's asses. And a chameleon hole. Yeah. Also, just this part comes into stupid but funny, but they actually have a picture of the hole afterwards.
Oh
like,
gosh.
you monster. We should go back there.
Yeah, we probably should.
But yeah, and then I even told you this, and it still shocks you.
It still shocks me. Like what the heck?
Bro, do your job.
Like, seriously. Like, be a dad. Don't let your kids be exposed to that until they are of a proper age, at least. And then give them the talk. The birds and the bees. Or the bird ate the bee.
Isn't that vor?
The bird ate the bee.
Yeah, that sounds like vor.
But continue on.
No, that was basically it.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
It's just, bro, the hell are you doing?
So, I have this, what was it, story? Well, not story, but more like something that's in the realm of Home Alone. And you may find this to be hilarious. You may agree with me. You may not. But hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. So I am angry at Kevin's family.
Seriously.
Especially the parents, but more especially to the mom. Because... what was it? In the first movie, yeah, like, Kevin was a little shit, but also at the same time, like
That was kind of the point.
It was kind of the point, but at the same time, though, like...
It's a story about a kid growing up on his own.
Yeah, he ended up growing up on his own. He manned up, where a kid just essentially manned up. He protected his home from these burglars, and bada bing, bada boom, that was history.
Yeah, and even the mom gets a bit of development.
Yeah.
She kind of realizes, oh, I care about my son.
Indeed. It's only to the second movie where my anger even more increases. In the intro to that movie, Kevin was being picked on, where he had his solo singing portion, and everybody, well, mainly Buzz.
Yeah, it was Buzz.
Buzz was...
Not Lightyear.
Buzz was making fun of him with the this toy candle.
Yeah.
And putting up his ear, just kept on messing with him and all that. And rightfully so, he felt so embarrassed. He pushed him, and everybody fell.
Because he hears the whole, like crowd laughing, and they blame him.
They all blame him. Like, are you fucking serious?
And then let's talk about, or was this in the first one?
This was in the second one.
No, but I'm talking about, like, the scene I'm about to talk about, where it's like they're having dinner, and, like, Buzz eats all of his, like...
Oh, yeah.
Because Kevin says he doesn't like sausage or olives, so they get him a cheese pizza, and Buzz eats his whole pizza.
That's... So Buzz is literally the problem.
Yeah, and then, like, he pushes him because, like, also, he's a kid.
He's a kid.
And so, pushes him, and then, like, I get it's frustrating when your Pepsi gets all over your pizza, but why are you blaming Kevin and not Buzz, who ate all his pizza in the first place? That's meant for him.
Buzz is the source of all of Kevin's problems.
It's rewarding when Kevin tries to climb to get this, like, the money, and all the shelves are just destroyed. And, like, and here's the thing, even though Buzz yells at him at the very end of the movie, it's funny.
It is funny.
It's like, yeah, there's consequences.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah.
That's my gripe with the Home Alone movies.
And then remember that video I sent you where it's like Buzz, like, talking his testimony to the family at Dragon's Court, but instead of the family, it's the Jedi Council.
Oh God.
and they believe him. And Kevin's treated like Anakin, like, sit down.
I mean, let's face it, Anakin, like, is a victim. Let's just face it.
Yeah. It doesn't justify what he did.
It didn't justify what we did, but you know what? We understand.
Yeah.
Except for the youngins part.
I don't know.
We
I don't know. There could be an overpopulation issue. Have you seen what goes down in the undergrounds of Coruscant?
Oh shoot.
There could be an overpopulation problem.
So people of Coruscant, stop.
Anyways, Star Wars. We'll save this for a Star Wars episode.
Yeah, we'll save this for a Star Wars episode.
Oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about there.
Oh my god. And we may potentially have a special guest. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see. So
What else do we have?
Let's see. What else do we have? Because I know we have a good list, and I forgot pretty much. Your Cracker Barrel story. I'm actually quite interested.
I work at the chain called Cracker Barrel in the retail store. And how it works is the retail section is the redhead stepchild of the company. We're often ignored. Every policy negatively affects us. So it's rage-inducing in that regard. But, so now we have to, like, share the break room with, like, well, we used to be able to just sit outside, but because of the policies of, like, actually, if you go outside to even sit at our outside tables and something happens to you, we get in trouble. I'm like, I'm just sitting outside.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
And I told one of, like, the dish people's, like, because he was still clocked in, I said, hey, don't go across the street to this other place, because something happens, it's on them. So, and he was just like, so basically, if I get hurt, they can't do anything, like, about it, or they get in trouble. It's like, yeah. And he continued to walk.
Wow.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it, but it's also kind of one of those, how do you explain it in
How
a way
does
that
one
doesn't,
explain it?
like, seem like you're trying to avoid getting in trouble?
Yeah.
But anyways, and so whenever something changes, we're the ones who get the heat for it. And you've been inside a Cracker Barrel before.
Yeah, a few times.
And how would you describe the waiting process?
Quite
Slow.
slow, yeah.
And the checkout line? Slow.
Slower.
Yeah. We do not have a sign that says wait here, so we have to redirect them. And we've told the management, hey, can we put a sign there? They never listen. Never. But anyways, so that, and what further slows the process down is now, because guests didn't want to do the survey at home, we now force them to do the survey at the checkout.
Okay.
And it's one question, and it's, you know, it has like a little, like, you know, it's like rate us from 0 to 9, and you press it in the button. Most of the people, because every other question, like for the tip and all that, is done touchscreen, it confuses them. And then guests complain about, like, oh, why is this taking forever? It's like, it's just one question, but at the same time, why do we have this in the first place? And then implementing that survey also made it harder for other people to check out, because some people can just bypass the pin. And now because they did that, not every card can bypass now.
Oh, wow.
So we get the flack for it. So then it's like, the only way that they can do it without putting in their pin is doing manual card entry where they have to enter the entire card number. So it's like, yeah, you try telling that to people who don't want to put their pin in for security reasons, even though we watched the whole things the entire time. No one's going to skim your card when there are people working right there. It's not a gas station. Sorry for that abrupt cut. This thing maxes out at 20 minutes, and I hate it.
I thought it maxes out at 15.
No. And you brought up a very interesting thing to bring up for the stupid as in funny.
Yes, I did.
But let's do one last stupid as in rage-inducing, because it segues really nicely.
Indeed.
Men. We have urinals and stalls, and sometimes the urinals run out. So you go to the toilet. It makes sense. Now, why don't we close the fucking stalls? Because you're like, oh, stall's open, it's good. And then, because you gotta take a shit. And then you open it, and you see a motherfucker just standing there with his dick out, and I'm like, bruh, close the fucking door. So you then slam it behind them. And also, when I'm at work, I also have to clean those toilets too, especially because for the longest time, I was the only guy in the department, so I was the only one. So you're like waiting there for them to like finish, but also just like, why didn't you just like close it? At least where it's like, okay, they just pissed. At least where they just pissed, it's like, okay, it's just like quick, you know? It's like, oh, hey, it's not that long a wait, really.
Yeah.
But also just like, why don't you just close the stall? It's not that hard. It takes you like
It really is not.
1 second. I don't know if this is a me thing or not, but just it bugs the shit out of me. Just close the damn stall.
Thank God I did not have to deal with any of that before. But I'm glad you brought that story up because we're moving on to the next segment called Stupid Things Being Funny. So, for those who knows, they know. And for those who don't, prepare to laugh your ass off. One time back in elementary, I really needed to take a shit. And so I went into an elementary restroom and all of the stalls were closed, locked, or out of order for whatever reason. And I had the bright idea just to take a shit on the stall.
No, the urinal.
The urinal. I took a shit on the urinal.
That's not even the best part.
Oh no, the best part comes a little bit afterwards. While I'm in the process of taking that shit, a janitor came in and he was like, like I looked him dead in the eyes and said, hey, listen, this needed to happen whether you like it or not. So he just got out. He ran for the hills.
Cue Iron Maiden.
For those who are ever interested in whatever funny story that you are looking for, this right there was my origin story. My villain origin arc began there.
It only gets worse from there.
God, that was hilarious.
What else we got? Because we're not topping this, but what else we got here?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Brazzers license plate.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you tell this story?
So
you were the driver of this one.
You weren't even there, but I do have photograph evidence. If I find it, I will send it.
Yes.
And have Queen post it. We'll establish Queen later. I was driving outside of downtown San Marcos, and I randomly just look up. I see a silhouette, a very familiar silhouette, because yes, I am a degenerate. And I just see this license plate, and that the outside is just the Brazzers logo. I'm like, bro knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Bro has his priorities straight.
Seriously, it's kind of one of those yeah, if you don't know, it's innocuous. I guess it says more about me than it does him. But still, it's just dumb. I'm like, it's funny. I took a picture of it, and then I just don't know where that picture is. It's somewhere on one of my Google Drives.
Yeah.
But it is funny. Okay.
So, back in, I believe, 2018, I believe. This is where, the year after I moved here to Austin, Texas, because originally I'm from Florida. And
yes, he's as crazy as you would expect.
Yes, I am a crazy Floridian, but not that crazy.
He didn't feed his squirrel crystal meth.
Yeah, I don't have a squirrel because I fed it to my alligator. Anyways, one of those Thanksgivings, and for those who don't know, I do have some Haitian background, and so I was just my dad, he was just making the turkey, fixing everything up, and he was playing some Creole compa music. I just decided to sing along with him, and I just made up some words out of nowhere.
But that's what you do when you don't know the lyrics.
Exactly. So, out of nowhere, I was just making up words, and he just caught that, and he was like, those words are made up, right? And I was like, well, aren't all words made up? He had to think about it for a bit. He was like, well, and then I was like, well, then how else did people communicate back in the day? He took quite a bit of a pause. He was like, you're an asshole.
Your dad said
yes.
And I'm just reminded of this meme of like Shakespeare, word doesn't exist, Shakespeare invents it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of true.
Yeah. All words are created, all words are invented, until they get established in the Webster's Dictionary.
Or Urban Dictionary.
Ooh, yeah, that.
Do you know what truffle butter is?
No.
Another day.
So that was the hilarious part. What else? Let's talk about you. What did you find funny in Stupid Things Being Funny? I forgot.
I don't even remember this one. I just out of context, it just says farted to open a bottle. I don't remember this one. What happened?
I don't know. You tell me.
Don't remember. Maybe one day I'll remember.
You want me to go first? You want to go
Yeah,
first?
you go first.
All right. So, back in high school, while I was still in Florida, I went up to one of my best buddies. If you're watching this, buddy, I'm gonna make sure you laugh, and I hope I do this memory justice. So, at one point, I was at high school, and one time I really just snuck up behind my best buddy, and I was like, "Buddy, look, up there in the sky! It's the grand penis in the sky!" He just busted out laughing, and it was the way I said it, like, just made him just die of laughter. I can never recapture that true memory the way I said it too, but it was just the most hilarious thing that I said, and now whenever I say it, it's just pretty much clouds that are in the sky.
And now it's just a part of our lore.
And it's part of our lore, exactly.
You'll see, hopefully, eventually.
Hopefully. I believe you said you had something to segue into this, so go.
Yes. So in middle school, my best friend knew someone who lived in our apartment complex.
All right, yeah.
Who tried to graffiti, like, some part of the street. And, he used a green, marker spray paint.
Okay.
And tried to draw a dick on it.
Was it the Hulks?
No.
Okay. Shrek?
No. He drew this shaft. Too wide and short. So it just looked like a clover. And so... But it still had, the dip in the glands.
Oh, God.
So my friend created this thing where every time the bus passed it, we just shouted R-worded clover, and the bus just laughs every time. I'm not going to say the actual word, but if you're internet intelligent, you know what I'm referring to.
Indeed.
But it's dumb, and then I don't know if it's still there because I don't drive there frequently anymore.
Okay.
Because there was nothing necessarily wrong, and what it was that railing on the street, because there's a bit of a gap so you don't end up in the ditch.
All right.
So it's it was still functional.
Yeah.
Now it's, and the cops are we've seen worse.
One more funny dick-related story. So my friend back in high school, a different friend, he always quoted this funny line where he was like, "I have an Irish wiener. It's magically delicious." He just said that so many times until one day I actually retorted, "Yeah, and it's small like a leprechaun's."
Shots fired! Shots
You
fired!
fucking killed him. Oh god, there's so many dick jokes.
So yeah, that's actually all the dick-related jokes that
For today.
For today, maybe for another day we could come up with more. Who knows?
For the final category, stupid as in dumb.
All right then. Well then, I talked a lot. I think it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. This one. Let me talk about this second one here because we actually have an example of it right here. Naname, go grab the magazine. It's buried in there somewhere. Go find it.
Hey, this may be our intern, but she only gets paid in sandwiches. Half sandwiches.
So, as I established in the mini pilot, I like my music. And one of the things is I love anime, so it was only natural that I got into K-pop. Trust me, I don't engage in the online discourse. But one of the things that I found dumb was how my favorite group did this type of packaging. Because it's just a magazine, and it just has because there's no ceiling in it, everything could just fly out. Hold this for a moment.
Yeah.
And this is why it's why it's dumb. That's why it's dumb. It's not serious, but it's why? Why'd you do that?
Don't blame them. Blame the marketing.
I can blame our marketing for a lot of things, let's be honest. They try to do NFTs a year late.
Wow.
In the same year that they were trying to do an environment awareness comeback. Yeah, kind of dumb.
Very dumb.
When we can easily just shake it out to do that.
Yeah.
That's why, for the one I have at home, I put it in the record plastic ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So that way everything's just there intact. So, what do you got?
Let's see. When I was very young, and probably like toddler or like just child. What was it? I was just out in the park with my family and just being a kid and everything. And so what was it? I had the bright idea of just running under a table, and with all my might, I just simply just jumped and hit my head. Yeah, I just cried like a... Well, I was a baby at the time, so, yeah.
I have a very similar story.
Let's hear it.
So, it was in daycare.
Okay.
So, like toddler age 2.
Listen, a lot of things will happen when you're...
And I had the bright idea of like, oh, hey, I saw this, like, play table. I think it had, like, some racetracks on it or something. And I had the bright idea of, I want to jump on it and land on my feet.
What, you gonna try to, like, ride it like roller skates?
No, I just wanted to jump and land on my feet, like, like in superhero movies, they like, but not the superhero landing, but just land on my 2 feet.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to look badass, but I didn't know what those words were because I was a toddler.
Right.
And I had the bright idea of getting on this beanbag chair, and jumping and then doing it. However, my mind didn't think to bring the beanbag closer, and my brain also didn't think that the beanbag wouldn't be stable enough for me to do that. So what I did, here's the table, here's the beanbag chair. I jump, and I whack my face on the edge of the table, and bust out my first tooth.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's how I lost my first tooth actually, and it didn't grow back for almost 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when all the other baby teeth started falling out when I was 8 in 2nd grade. Did it actually come back?
Okay.
And then a while back, I was then. Like, I think it was like my mom was like, taking me out of like the daycare because, I grew out of it.
Yeah.
And I saw that the table was there and it looked broken. And I was thinking to myself, oh, hey, I want to see if my tooth is in there. I don't know. I didn't touch it. But in hindsight, I'm thinking it was probably broken because I did that.
Yeah.
But this is like, like we have like these glimpses of memories, but they don't fully connect yet.
Yeah.
Because we just don't remember because it was so long ago. But it's like I remember that. And I also remember at that daycare we had this like platform that was like more than 5 feet tall and kids were just jumping off of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they didn't get sued for that, but
Nope.
I didn't jump on it. I think even then I knew I was scared of heights. And this reminds me of another injury.
All right, go for it.
Have you ever stepped on a nail?
Ugh. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Oh my god. Ugh.
I've stepped on nails many times. And I can tell you each time they are painful.
Actually, no. I stepped on a needle.
Okay, we can get to that needle drop later.
Yeah.
But one time I was like, oh hey, I have shoes on, thinking, oh the shoe will be enough to prevent it from puncturing. It did not. So I willingly stepped on a nail. This was just dumb.
Yeah, that
that
was stupid.
I was an AB honor roll student, and just I don't know what. There was no hope for me. This explains a lot now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it explains a lot of how stupid we are.
No, but of how stupid I can get.
Oh, how stupid you can get? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it explains a lot now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. You have a college degree, and yet you're this stupid.
So do you.
Yeah.
But then again, but I don't want the masters though. So there's no justification for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any stories?
Let's see. Don't recall having much in the ways of stupid as dumb stories.
Is it all just me?
It's just mostly you. You carried that one.
I mean, someone's got to carry this podcast there.
Yeah, let's do that. The
Sony bringing back their game IP for movies and not games. I know this one pisses you off more because you grew up in the PlayStation ecosystem, now didn't you?
I love PlayStation. I really do.
But yeah, like we haven't had Twisted Metal game in how long, and then it got brought back as a TV show.
Yeah, and what was it? I haven't seen it yet, but I know that.
I heard it was actually surprisingly decent.
Yeah, I was.
Like
that's
even
what I heard.
Moist Critical was like, I expected this to be a dumpster fire.
I did watch at least what was a little bit of the first episode, but I was like, I'm gonna just wait because I know Queen Panal and I would love to watch this. What really got me was for spoilers who haven't seen it yet, whatever. I'm just putting up a disclaimer where the main character, I don't know what his name is, he just got called into this what was it? Inside the walls of the city, they had to like clean him off, and after hosing him down, cleaning him off, they just pan. What was it? His ass on the camera, and then someone just literally slowly brought perfume bottle and just.
So I was gonna make like the Indiana Jones radioactive clean off joke, but no, that's better.
That's better indeed.
I'm like, it's fan service in a very stupid way.
Yeah.
Well, man service, I should say. I mean, gender equality.
Gender equality, yeah.
High School DxD would never. If you all don't know, great show. We talked about some really stupid things today, didn't we?
Yeah, we got stupid. We talked about stupid. We're stupid.
We're dumb.
No, we're funny.
We're also rage-inducing too, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Mostly to each other.
Yeah. 1 minute we're just having some shits and giggles, while the other we're just at
It
each other's
becomes
throats.
WWE.
Hell in the Cell. Heck yeah.
I've never watched WWE.
You just voiced me a little.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure I disappointed everyone who would be watching this.
But I think it's about time that we wrap up the show.
But yeah, I guess with that question, how did we get out of that crash?
Oh, fuck. Oh.
I hope it's bruised.
Listen, my immaculate pecker has not been bruised.
So what did we learn today?
Wrap it before you tap it.
Don't do it in public. I
Why?
don't think you want an indecent exposure charge.
Fair enough.